Hello, what is up guys? I'm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at how to pick up the Labreska Helmet, the best in slot armor piece for your helmet slot in Black Desert. This is going to be very similar to the two videos that came out in the last 2 weeks. The first one being showing you how to get the Fallen Gods armor, and the next one showing you how to get the Dawn's gloves. This is the third piece, the final best in slot piece currently available in the game, the helmet. So yeah, quickly before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching videos on the channel and still have not subscribed yet, please consider it. It helps to grow my channel, you stay updated with new content, and we both win, and without further ado, let's get into it and start off with the first thing you're going to need, a helmet. Just like with the other two pieces, for the Fallen God armor and the Dawn's gloves, you have a few options. The first is a Caphras 10 leveled Pen Griffin's helmet. The second option is a Gyat's helmet at the Pen stage with 10 Caphras stones levels in it. And the third is just to have a Pen Blackstar helmet. So, based on the pricing with the Pen Blackstar helmet being at 38 billion, and knowing that we're going to need 7,224 Caphras stones in total, which is a total of about 23 billion silver, it makes no financial sense to even try to upgrade a Pen Blackstar helmet or get one yourself, so don't even bother with that, don't touch that. Which means you're either using the Gyat's helmet, which is about 10 billion right now, or the Griffin's helmet, which is pretty similar in price right now at about 12 billion silver. Also worth noting is that you can use a Jatina upgraded piece of gear using the Jatina Gear Advancement questline, just like I have right here. This is a Jatina piece that I upgraded myself using her questline. If you don't know how to do that, I have a video guide on it on the channel, and it's also in a playlist that I'm working on putting together that shows a bunch of different gear progression videos, so check that out too if you're working on progressing your character. The final option to pick up the Pen helmet would be through the Magnus questline. Don't know if it's entirely worth it, but yeah, you can do it that way as well with your free pen piece from that. Either way, however you want to get this helmet, you're going to need 7,224 total Caphras stones. Now there's a bunch of different ways to pick up Caphras stones. The easiest is just going to be buying them off the central marketplace. You can also get them from gathering, which the best way to gather them is going to be through sap gathering or wood cutting, so anything related to trees will give you the most Caphras stones. The third option is go to the Adventure tab and then click on the Monster Zone info, and then click down these until you find one that drops Caphras stones. So like right here, Thornwood Forest has this hashtag Caphras stones right here. Click that and it'll show you all the areas that are best for grinding Caphras stones. So however you want to go about getting these yourself, you'll need 7,224 of them, which is a lot, but something to work towards as you slowly progress your gear. And if you want more information about Caphras stones, how to get them, or how to use them, I have a video guide on Caphras stones. It's linked in the description down below. But anyway, all you got to do once you have those items is open up your Black Spirit, click on the Enhancement tab, select the Caphras option, pick the helmet that you're trying to upgrade, either the Gyat's or the Griffin's helmet, and select the Caphras stones from your inventory. You can just go ahead and slot these in, hit skip animation because it's a guaranteed upgrade, there's no sense in watching the little Black Spirit thing, and just roll on through all of your Caphras stones until you reach Caphras level 10, which again is 7,224. Do note that every time you upgrade this a level, you are getting some incremental boost to your stats, so it's not like this is something you have to do all at once. You can do this a little bit at a time and slowly work towards this. A lot of people have been commenting on the videos saying that this is absolutely terrible, how am I going to do this, blah, 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 blah. This is an incremental improvement all the way up until you can get this Labreska's helmet, or the Fallen God armor, or the Dawn's gloves. So just keep that in mind. It's not like you're doing this all at once. This is slowly building up your character. Every time you upgrade this, you see you're getting bonus stats. But anyway, slot in that final one and pump it up to Caphras level 10. Now the final item that we're going to need is going to be the Flame of Frost right here. So you can buy these off of the central marketplace if you don't want to grind for it. Otherwise you're going to be doing some grinding over here in the Isleton region. The location, Jade Starlight Forest right here, this Monster Zone section, has the chance to drop Embers of Frost, which you will need 100 of to turn into a Flame of Frost. This is a 280 AP, 350 DP zone, so you can grind there for those. You could also grind in Etheria's Limbo up here, which has the same chances to drop these items right here, Embers of Frost or Flames of Frost, with a slightly lower gear requirement, so that's pretty neat. Or you can grind for it over here at Murwek's Labyrinth, which is a 280, 350 zone again, for the chance at those Embers of Frost. So depending on your gear score and what you want to grind, you can check out those different 3 locations there to pick those up through grinding. Once you do have 100 of those, though, you can craft it into the Flame, or you get the drop entirely on its own, which you have some nice luck for that. And again, you could just also buy it off the central marketplace. So now that we have our Pen helmet at 10 Caphras levels, as well as the Flame of Frost, we can go ahead and complete the exchange for the upgrade. And to do that, we're going to want to head over to the NPC Floki, which you should have ran into as you were questing through the region, but if you haven't done all the story quests or whatnot, they're located right here in a cave underneath this area here, so we'll follow this path and I'll meet you over there. Now you're going to notice that my Musa has turned into a lawn, and that's because in order to continue with this quest line that you need to upgrade the helmet, you need to have completed the entirety of the Mountain of Eternal Winter storyline on the character you're trying to do the upgrade with. which means I need to log on to a character that's completed it since I haven't finished it on my Musa. So here we go, the line will be with us for the rest of the video. Anyway, when you arrive at Floki, on a character that's completed the Mountain of Eternal Winter storyline, interact with them, and on the quest tab you will see Labreska's Helmet, Fragment of Despair. Go ahead and accept that quest line and mash on through some dialogue here. Keep going and keep accepting any quests that pop up as you go. Eventually it should place a waypoint on your map that heads out into the distance over here from that NPC, and it gives you a movement speed bonus, which is nice because you gotta run through the area that'll one-shot your low-level Lon that you had to switch to because LOL. Oh, also, if you don't see the quest from the NPC, make sure that you have the helmet as well as the flame in your inventory on the character that you're doing this with. They might not show up unless you have those two things active. Go ahead and talk to this NPC and click on the chat option, say Floki sent you. And then we need to head back to the NPC Floki. You don't actually need to take any quests from her, you just gotta head back to that NPC that we started with. If you need a waypoint on your map, just go ahead and click the thing from your quest line and it'll show up there. And when you return back to Floki over here, chat with them, pass the ornament thing, mash through some dialogue again, keep on mashing through it. You'll have 2 more waypoints placed on your map, so go ahead and follow over to those. Mash through the dialogue with each of them when you get to them. So there's the first one, second one over here, mash through the dialogue with this one, and then you'll need to run back into the cave to complete that quest line. Interact with the NPC, mash through the dialogue. Should place another waypoint on your map up at the top of the cliff here, so you're gonna have to go for a bit of a walk this time. And when you get up here, you should see the NPC Marnie. Go ahead and interact with Marnie, clicking on the chat option, and just mash through the dialogue here. It'll then ask you to talk to Tori, which is standing right next to Marnie, so just mash through the dialogue with them. After that, you'll turn around and run back down the mountain a little bit. Not too far, just a little bit. You'll see this bull-looking thing here. Go ahead and interact with that, mash through the dialogue with that. Then you gotta head back up the mountain to where we just were a second ago, so make your way up there. Interact with the little dialogue option that pops up there. Black Spirit will pop up, talk to the Black Spirit. We'll then head further up the mountain still, so keep making your way up the mountain. And all the way up at the top here, you'll see the Node Manager Kelos, interact with them. Don't take any of their quests, just escape out as soon as you interact with them the first time to bring up the Black Spirit. Black Spirit's going to give you the next portion of the quest, where you'll have to move into Etheria's Limbo. So enter into Etheria Limbo to continue along with this. And when you get inside of here, you should see Marnie standing, so interact with Marnie. Go ahead and talk to Marnie. Next to the Marnie, you'll see the Etheria Slate. Go ahead and interact with that. Read it. And then go back to Marnie to the side here and interact with them. Continue along through the quest line. Alright, so this next part took me a frustratingly long amount of time to figure out, and I'm really disappointed in myself, but to make it easier for you, on the right side of your screen, you're going to see 3 different rooms you need to go into. The ones that I got were green, purple, and red. Around the perimeter of the room, you see that there are doors with those same colors or with different colors. When you enter one of those rooms, you'll be greeted with a bunch of little braziers in the middle, so you interact with the one that matches your color. If you don't have one in that room that doesn't match your color, then go to a different room that does. So you'll see more doors, just go to that door until you find one that has the right colored brazier in the middle. Just rinse and repeat this process over and over until you get all of the ones completed. Pretty straightforward. It took me stupid long because I thought orange was red. After you've done all that, go ahead and speak to Marnie, located in the middle, run it through the dialogue section here with them. Black Spirit will pop up once more. Click on the chat with them. You then need to talk to the NPC Folky, and to do that we need to leave Ethere's Shine, so go ahead and click on the book right next to Marnie, and hit Escape to Mountain of Eternal Winter. Once you drop out here, it should be a pretty short walk. You're just heading a little bit further back down the mountain. And when I say a little bit further down the mountain, I mean you're just going to jump off because you're playing on a lawn, right? Ha ha ha. Oh, I'm going to take fall damage from that. Unfortunate. Now once you do make it down the mountain without dying, interact with Floki over here, talk to them, and complete that section of the quest, mash through the dialogue a little bit further. So in your inventory you should have gotten 2 items, Old Golden Ring and Fragment of Despair. Uncheck the Auto Arrange button and drag these 2 items next to each other in your inventory, and you should see a little plus button when you get them in the right order to combine into the 2 pieces together. After that, go ahead and talk to Floki, click on the chat option, hand over the horn, continue along mashing through dialogue options with them, keep mashing through. And now that you've completed all of that, you should see a quest above Floki's head to be able to craft the helmet. If you don't, make sure you have the helmet as well as the flame in your inventory. You can't be wearing the helmet, so have the flame and the helmet in your inventory. Interact with Floki, click on the quest tab, crafting, mash through the dialogue option here, and then hand over the item. So we'll hand over the helmet, and we'll hand over the Flame of Frost. This will place a waypoint on your map, sending you around the corner over this way. So we'll walk around the corner and down over to here, where you'll see the big flame in the middle of the cave. And that will start to play a cutscene. And after the cutscene finishes, you can interact with Floki and complete the quest to get the Labreska Helmet. And now in your inventory, you should have a Labreska Helmet. So now that we have the helmet, how do we go about enhancing it up to the higher tiers? You can take this Labreska Helmet up 5 additional times up to 105 DP, with 3 DP added every single upgrade. To do it, you're going to need to use these different black stones that you get through processing. In order to make it, you will need 10 Caphras stones, 1 sharp black crystal shard, 1 hard black crystal shard, and 1 massive pure magic. To do this, press the L key on the keyboard, click on the heating tab, and select those items from your inventory, and it will make one of these stones. So as you see right there, flawless chaotic black stones. And then as far as the enhancing goes, it's the same as any other gear piece in the game. You press the comma key on the keyboard, click on the enhancement tab, select the gear piece from your inventory, and then have the black stones in your inventory to do the enhancement attempt. Pretty straightforward. All you do is hit the enhance tab. Since this is the first upgrade cannot fail, so I guess that's pretty nice. So I guess I'll click one on the video here. What do you know? Maybe get the luck of the streamer. Nah, it ain't gonna happen for me. But anyway, it's just like, oh shit. Yes. Anyway, yeah, so pretty straightforward to make the upgrades with that. It's probably not going to succeed on the second try, but, you know, it worked for me that time. Luck of the streamer. But anyway, guys, that's it. That's how you do the enhancements. That's how you get the helmet. Hopefully this helps you out here. That is the third and final piece of the highest tiered armors that are available. The next region that releases will bring the new shoes, so we'll have a video for that when that comes out. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I hope it helped you. If it did, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, I look forward to seeing you at the next YouTube video, the next Twitch live stream, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.